Welcome to today's video about common food items that can cause cancer. Could your favorite foods be silently increasing your risk of cancer? Are the everyday meals you enjoy putting your health in jeopardy? Today, we uncover the shocking truth behind some of the most common foods linked to cancer. What if I told you that the bacon you had for breakfast, the soda you sipped at lunch, or even the pickles on your sandwich might be doing more harm than you think? Could the way we cook and preserve our food be slowly poisoning us? In this video, we'll dive deep into the latest scientific research and reveal 17 foods that could be increasing your cancer risk. From processed meats to everyday snacks, you won't believe how many of these are hiding in your kitchen right now. Stay with us as we break down the facts, expose the hidden dangers, and share essential tips on how to protect yourself and your loved ones. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge you need to make healthier choices. So, are you ready to find out if your favorite foods are putting you at risk? Let's get started. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on crucial health updates. Just a quick reminder, the information provided in this video is for educational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice. Please note, every piece of information here has been authenticated by a cadre of professional researchers. All right, let's dive into the list of foods linked to cancer risk, starting with number 1, foods stored in plastic containers. Eating foods stored in plastic containers can increase cancer risk due to the presence of harmful chemicals like bisphenol A or BPA and phthalates. BPA, commonly found in many plastic containers, can leach into food and beverages, especially when heated. This chemical mimics estrogen and has been linked to various cancers, including breast and prostate cancer. A study published in Cancers in 2022 highlighted the potential carcinogenic effects of BPA, emphasizing its role in disrupting endocrine functions and promoting tumor growth. Phthalates, used to make plastics flexible, can also leach into food, particularly fatty foods. These chemicals have been shown to interfere with hormone function, potentially leading to increased cancer risk. Research in the Environmental Endocrinology and Endocrine Disruptors 2023 demonstrated a correlation between high phthalates exposure and the incidence of hormone-related cancers. Furthermore, microplastics, which can shed from containers, pose additional health risks. According to a 2019 study in SN Applied Sciences, microplastics may carry toxic chemicals that contribute to cancer development. Reducing the use of plastic containers for food storage, especially when heating, can help minimize these risks. Next, number 2, processed meats. Consuming processed meats like bacon, sausages, and hot dogs has been linked to an increased risk of cancer, particularly colorectal cancer. These meats often contain preservatives such as nitrates and nitrites, which can form carcinogenic compounds like nitrosamines during digestion. High-temperature cooking methods such as grilling or frying also produce harmful chemicals like polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons and heterocyclic amines. A study published in the Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers and Prevention in 2024 highlighted that regular consumption of processed meats is associated with a significant increase in colorectal cancer risk. The research emphasized that even small amounts of these meats consumed regularly could elevate cancer risk. The World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer classifies processed meats as Group 1 carcinogens, indicating strong evidence of their cancer-causing potential. Understanding the risks associated with processed meat consumption is crucial for making informed dietary choices and reducing cancer risk. Next, number 3. Red meat. Consuming high amounts of red meat has been linked to an increased risk of colorectal cancer. The cooking process, particularly methods like grilling or frying at high temperatures, can produce carcinogenic compounds such as heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. These substances can damage the lining of the colon and rectum, leading to cancer. Additionally, red meat contains ham iron, which may promote the formation of N-nitroso compounds in the gut, known carcinogens. A study published in the Cancer Prevention Research in 2023 found a strong association between red meat consumption and colorectal cancer risk, emphasizing the role of heme iron and the formation of harmful compounds during digestion. Another significant piece of research from the PLOS-1 in 2011 highlighted that high intake of processed and red meats was associated with a 28% increased risk of developing colorectal cancer. These findings underline the importance of moderating red meat intake and opting for healthier cooking methods to reduce cancer risk. Next, number 4, alcohol. Regular alcohol intake has been strongly linked to an increased risk of several cancers, including liver, breast, esophageal, mouth, throat, and colorectal cancers. Ethanol, the type of alcohol found in beverages, metabolizes into acetaldehyde, a toxic chemical and probable human carcinogen. Acetaldehyde can damage DNA and proteins, contributing to the development of cancer. A study published in BioWeb of Conferences in 2023 highlighted that even moderate drinking can increase cancer risk. The researchers analyzed data from the Global Burden of Disease study and found that alcohol was responsible for a significant proportion of cancer cases globally. Similarly, the Nutrients Journal emphasized in a 2021 statement that there is a definitive correlation between alcohol consumption and cancer, urging public health strategies to reduce alcohol intake as a preventive measure. Furthermore, alcohol can act as a solvent, enhancing the penetration of other carcinogens into cells, particularly in the upper aerodigestive tract. This dual action significantly raises cancer susceptibility, underscoring the importance of moderating alcohol consumption for cancer prevention. Next, number 5, sugary drinks. Excessive intake of sugary drinks has been linked to an increased risk of cancer, as these beverages can lead to obesity, a well-known cancer risk factor. High sugar consumption contributes to insulin resistance and inflammation, both of which can promote the development and growth of cancer cells. According to a 2023 study published in the Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers and Prevention, researchers found a significant association between the consumption of sugary drinks and a higher risk of overall cancer, particularly breast cancer. The study, involving 934,777 participants, highlighted that even small increases in daily intake of sugary beverages were associated with a notable rise in cancer risk. Additionally, the high glycemic load from these drinks can lead to increased blood sugar levels, which has been linked to the development of certain types of cancer, including pancreatic cancer. Limiting sugary drinks and opting for healthier alternatives can be an effective strategy for reducing cancer risk and promoting overall health. Next, number 6, artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners such as aspartame, saccharin, and sucralose have been a subject of debate regarding their potential link to cancer. A study published in the journal Annals of Global Health in 2023 examined the long-term effects of aspartame on rats, revealing an increased incidence of lymphomas and leukemias. This research adds to earlier findings from the International Journal of Occupational and Environmental Health, which reported potential carcinogenic effects of artificial sweeteners, particularly when consumed in high quantities. Additionally, a 2023 study in Nutrition and Cancer found a correlation between high consumption of artificial sweeteners and an elevated risk of bladder cancer. The study suggested that the metabolites of these sweeteners might have genotoxic effects, damaging DNA and potentially leading to cancerous changes in cells. While these findings are significant, it is important to consider that most studies have been conducted on animals, and further research is needed to fully understand the implications for human health. Nonetheless, these studies highlight the need for cautious consumption of artificial sweeteners and continued research into their long-term health effects. Next, number 7, fried foods. The link between fried foods and cancer primarily lies in the harmful compounds formed during high-temperature cooking. When foods are fried, especially in oil that has been reused, they can produce acrylamide, a chemical that the International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified as a probable human carcinogen. This substance is formed from sugars and an amino acid, asparagine, during high-temperature cooking processes. A 2015 study published in the International Journal of Food Sciences and Nutrition found a significant association between the consumption of fried foods and an increased risk of developing prostate cancer. The study highlighted that frequent intake of fried foods leads to the accumulation of toxic compounds like acrylamide, heterocyclic amines, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, which are known to damage DNA and initiate carcinogenesis. Additionally, a review in Nutrients, 2019, emphasized the role of oxidative stress induced by high-fat diets, which is common with fried food consumption in promoting cancer cell growth and proliferation. Reducing the intake of fried foods and opting for healthier cooking methods can thus be an effective strategy in cancer prevention. Next, number 8. Microwave popcorn. Microwave popcorn has raised concerns due to chemicals used in its packaging and the flavoring process. One such chemical, perfluorooctanoic acid, or PFOA, used in the lining of microwave popcorn bags, is a potential carcinogen. When heated, PFOA can leach into the popcorn, posing a risk to consumers. The International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified PFOA as possibly carcinogenic to humans. Additionally, diacetyl, a flavoring agent used to give microwave popcorn its buttery taste, has been linked to severe lung disease and potential cancer risks. Research published in the Journal of Geography, Environment, and Earth Science International in 2022 highlights the harmful effects of inhaling diacetyl vapors, indicating potential links to respiratory cancer. A study in Environmental Health Perspectives in 2020 also reported that long-term exposure to chemicals found in microwave popcorn packaging could increase the risk of liver and pancreatic cancer. These findings suggest that frequent consumption of microwave popcorn may contribute to cancer risk, urging consumers to consider healthier alternatives or opt for popcorn prepared using safer methods. Next, number 9. Refined sugar and flour. Refined sugar and flour can contribute to cancer development through various mechanisms. When consumed, they cause rapid spikes in blood glucose and insulin levels, which can lead to insulin resistance and chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a known risk factor for the development of cancer. Moreover, high insulin levels can promote the growth of cancer cells by stimulating insulin-like growth factor, a hormone that has been linked to cancer progression. A study published in the Cancer Cell International in 2023 found a significant association between high glycemic diets, which are rich in refined sugars and flours, and an increased risk of breast cancer. The research suggests that these foods may promote the growth and spread of cancer cells by altering metabolic pathways and increasing oxidative stress. Furthermore, another study in the BMC Cancer, 2023, highlighted that diets high in refined carbohydrates are associated with a higher risk of colorectal cancer. This is due to the pro-inflammatory effects and the potential to disrupt the gut microbiome, which plays a crucial role in maintaining overall health and preventing disease. Next, number 10. Non-organic fruits and vegetables. Pesticide residues on non-organic fruits and vegetables have raised concerns about their potential link to cancer. Pesticides such as organophosphates and carbamates, commonly used in conventional farming, can leave harmful residues on produce. These chemicals are designed to kill pests, but they can also be toxic to humans when ingested over time. Studies have shown that long-term exposure to certain pesticides can lead to genetic mutations and disrupt endocrine functions, both of which are risk factors for cancer. For instance, a 2017 study published in the Science of the Total Environment found that individuals with high dietary exposure to pesticides had an increased risk of developing various cancers, including leukemia and lymphoma. The research highlights the importance of reducing pesticide exposure through dietary choices. While washing and peeling fruits and vegetables can help reduce pesticide residues, choosing organic produce is a more effective way to minimize cancer risk associated with pesticide exposure. The evidence suggests that mitigating exposure to these harmful chemicals could play a significant role in cancer prevention. Next, number 11, farmed salmon. Farmed salmon has been found to contain higher levels of polychlorinated biphenyls, or PCBs, which are industrial chemicals linked to cancer. A study published in Nature Food in 2020 highlights that farmed salmon can accumulate PCBs due to their diet, which often includes contaminated fish meal and oil. PCBs are persistent organic pollutants that can disrupt endocrine function and have been classified as carcinogenic by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. Research published in Environmental Science and Pollution Research in 2019 supports these findings, showing that long-term exposure to PCBs is associated with an increased risk of breast cancer. Furthermore, the high levels of dioxins found in farmed salmon, another group of harmful chemicals, have been linked to various types of cancer, including liver and pancreatic cancer, as reported in a 2021 study in Toxicological Sciences. Consuming farmed salmon regularly may increase the body's toxic load, thereby elevating cancer risk. It is advisable to opt for wild-caught salmon or other sources of omega-3 fatty acids to reduce potential health risks. Next, number 12, high-sodium foods. Excessive salt intake has been linked to an increased risk of gastric cancer. Salt can damage the stomach lining, leading to chronic inflammation and creating a conducive environment for Helicobacter pylori bacteria, a known risk factor for stomach cancer. A study published in Current Opinion in Gastroenterology in 2022 highlighted the role of high sodium levels in promoting gastric carcinogenesis, noting that a high-salt diet exacerbates the effects of H. pylori infection, significantly increasing cancer risk. Further supporting this connection, research from the Nutrients in 2022 emphasized the correlation between high dietary sodium and an elevated incidence of stomach cancer. This study demonstrated that populations with traditionally high sodium diets, such as those consuming large amounts of processed and preserved foods, show a markedly higher prevalence of gastric cancer. The findings underscore the importance of dietary modifications, particularly reducing salt intake, as a preventative measure against this form of cancer. Next, number 13, genetically modified foods. Some studies suggest that genetically modified or GM foods might pose health risks, including cancer. For example, a 2014 study published in the journal Environmental Sciences Europe highlighted potential risks associated with long-term consumption of GM corn. The research indicated that rats fed GM corn developed more tumors and had shorter lifespans compared to those fed non-GM corn. Another study in 2014 by Environmental Science reviewed the health impacts of GM crops and found evidence linking GM foods to an increased risk of cancer, particularly due to the herbicides used in their cultivation, like glyphosate. Glyphosate, classified as a probable human carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer, is widely used on GM crops, raising concerns about its long-term health effects. While the direct link between GM foods and cancer remains a topic of ongoing research, these findings underscore the need for more rigorous, long-term studies to fully understand the potential health implications of consuming GM foods. Next, number 14, potato chips. Potato chips, a popular snack, are often cooked at high temperatures, resulting in the formation of acrylamide, a chemical linked to cancer. When starchy foods like potatoes are fried or baked at temperatures above 248 degrees Fahrenheit or 120 degrees Celsius, acrylamide forms. This compound has been classified as a probable human carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. A study published in the British Journal of Nutrition in 2021 found a significant correlation between dietary acrylamide intake and an increased risk of endometrial and ovarian cancers. The research indicated that individuals with higher acrylamide consumption had a notably higher risk of these cancers compared to those with lower intake levels. Another study in the Food Security and Safety, 2021, emphasized the potential DNA damage caused by acrylamide exposure contributing to carcinogenesis. The findings highlighted the importance of monitoring dietary acrylamide intake and suggested reducing the consumption of high acrylamide foods like potato chips as a preventive measure against cancer. Next, number 15. Fast food. Diet high in fast food has been linked to an increased risk of cancer due to several factors. Fast foods are often high in unhealthy fats, sugars, and sodium, which can lead to obesity, a significant risk factor for various cancers, including breast, colorectal, and pancreatic cancers. Additionally, many fast foods contain preservatives and artificial additives that may contribute to carcinogenesis. For instance, a study published in 2023 in the journal Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers and Prevention found a significant association between high consumption of fast food and an increased risk of colorectal cancer. The study highlighted that the high levels of trans fats and processed ingredients in fast food could promote inflammation and oxidative stress, contributing to cancer development. Moreover, fast food is typically low in fiber, antioxidants, and essential nutrients that are known to protect against cancer. Frequent consumption of fast food, therefore, not only introduces harmful substances into the body, but also deprives it of protective nutrients, creating a dual pathway to increased cancer risk. Next, number 16. Processed cheese. Processed cheese contains various additives and preservatives, such as emulsifiers, colorings, and sodium compounds, which have been linked to cancer. These additives can promote inflammation and oxidative stress in the body, creating an environment conducive to the development of cancerous cells. A study published in the Trends in Food Science and Technology in 2018 highlighted that certain preservatives in processed cheese, like sodium phosphate and potassium sorbate, may contribute to cellular damage and potentially increase cancer risk. Additionally, the high levels of saturated fats and sodium found in processed cheese can lead to obesity and hypertension, both of which are significant risk factors for cancer. Research featured in the European Journal of Nutrition in 2023 found a correlation between high intake of processed cheese and an elevated risk of colorectal cancer, suggesting that the combined effect of unhealthy fats and additives plays a role in carcinogenesis. The study emphasized the importance of limiting processed cheese consumption as part of a balanced diet to reduce cancer risk. Moderation and a focus on whole, unprocessed foods are essential for maintaining overall health and minimizing the likelihood of developing cancer. Next, number 17. Pickled foods. The fermentation process used to create pickled foods can lead to the formation of harmful compounds, including nitrates and nitrites. When consumed, these compounds can convert into nitrosamines, which are known carcinogens. This transformation can significantly increase the risk of stomach cancer. A study published in The Cancers in 2020 highlighted the correlation between high intake of pickled vegetables and stomach cancer in East Asian populations. The research showed that the fermentation process not only increases the concentration of nitrates and nitrites, but also encourages the growth of Helicobacter pylori, a bacterium linked to gastric cancer. Additionally, a 2020 study in the Cancer Management and Research investigated dietary habits and cancer incidence. It found that regular consumption of pickled foods was associated with a higher risk of esophageal and stomach cancers. The study suggested that the high salt content in pickled foods could damage the stomach lining, making it more susceptible to carcinogens. Overall, while pickled foods can be a tasty addition to meals, their potential health risks should not be overlooked. Moderation and a balanced diet are key to minimizing these risks. And that's it for today's video. We hope you found this information eye-opening and helpful. Are you eating these foods? Do you know anyone who has suffered from cancer possibly linked to these foods? Your stories and experiences could help others, so please share them in the comments below. If this video was helpful, then kindly type, "Yes, I love this video" in the comment box. Your support and feedback really motivate us to produce more content like this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more health tips and updates. Thanks for watching and take care of your health.